You know, there's a revolution happening in entertainment right now, but it's not on Netflix and it's not in your local movie theater. It's right there, on your phone. It's called the microdrama, and trust me, it's a much bigger deal than you think.
Oh, you've definitely seen them. Those super dramatic, maybe kind of cheesy ads for apps like ReelShort that just pop up on your social media feeds. You probably scroll right past them. But what you're actually scrolling past is the single fastest growing entertainment segment on the entire planet.
So, how big are we talking here? Well, the global market is projected to hit a jaw-dropping $11 billion in 2025. And no, that's not a typo. 11 billion with a B. This isn't some little niche trend. It's an economic juggernaut hiding in plain sight.
So, in this explainer, we're going to break it all down for you. What exactly is a microdrama? Why is this format totally exploding right now? And what does it mean for the future of Hollywood and pretty much everything you watch? Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first. What even is a microdrama? Well, it's a completely new way to tell a story, one that's basically built for the way we live our lives right now.
Here's the simplest way to think about it. A microdrama takes the super short, bite-sized format of a TikTok video and injects it with the addictive, serialized storytelling of a Netflix binge watch. The episodes are just a few minutes long, but they all weave together to tell a much, much bigger story.
And the structure is precisely what makes it so addictive. I mean, 60 to 150 episodes sounds insane, right? But it works when they're only a couple of minutes long. The real secret sauce, though? A cliffhanger every 60 to 90 seconds. It's literally designed to be irresistible. And because it's shot vertically, it just feels right on your phone. You get that satisfaction of a binge watch, but you can do it in the little gaps of your day.
All right, let's talk about the money, because that $11 billion figure isn't just a headline. It's a story of absolutely explosive, unprecedented growth.
This whole thing really started in China, which is the absolute epicenter of the trend. Get this, it accounts for a staggering 9.4 billion of that total market. They perfected the model, and now the rest of the world is playing catch-up. And believe me, it's catching up incredibly fast. The growth rate is just astonishing. Outside of China, we're looking at a projected annual growth of over 28%. Now compare that to traditional streaming services, your Netflix, your Disney Plus, which are growing at around 8 to 10%. This isn't just growth, it's a fundamental shift in where our attention and our money is going. So the big question is, why now? Why is this happening right this second? Well, it's really a perfect storm of economics, new technology, and just how we behave now.
First, you've got the economics. You can produce an entire 90-episode season of a microdrama for just a fraction of what it costs to make a single web series. You can go from a script to having it on screen in a few weeks, not months, and you can start making money on day one instead of waiting a year or two. It's just faster, cheaper, and way less risky.
But it's not just about being cheap and fast. Microdramas offer something that TikTok just can't: a real story. Those cliffhangers keep you locked in for a whole season. And the business model is totally different. Instead of relying on unpredictable ad money, these platforms charge viewers directly, often per episode. That creates a really clear and immediate path to being profitable.
And the final piece of the puzzle, the real catalyst? Artificial intelligence. AI is a total game changer here. It's making it way cheaper to take shows global with AI dubbing. It's making it faster to edit them. Ultimately, it's slashing production costs by up to 80%. That's what makes this microdrama model so scalable, in a way that just wasn't possible a few years back. So who's actually behind this boom? Well, it's a fascinating mix of global giants and these nimble little local startups. And each one has its own unique strategy for grabbing a piece of this new market. So let's look at two completely different players. On one hand, you have ReelShort, the global leader. They're targeting women in the US, and their model is mostly subscription-based, pulling in a really high average revenue per user. We're talking $15 to $20 a month. On the other hand, you have an Indian disruptor like Cuckoo TV. They're focused on Gen Z in smaller cities, with a much cheaper, ad-supported model that might only bring in $1 or $2 per user. This just goes to show how flexible the whole format is. It can be adapted for completely different markets and audiences. And this isn't just about big companies. It's creating a whole new creative middle class. I mean, listen to this producer from India. He's saying creators are now earning professional-level wages just for making short-form content. This is a real, sustainable career path that simply did not exist before.
So, what's next? Well, the impact of microdramas is going to be felt way beyond just your phone screen.
This could fundamentally change how Hollywood creates and tests brand new ideas.
This right here is the new playbook for creating a blockbuster franchise. You start with a low-cost, 90-episode microdrama. If it's a hit, you already have a built-in audience. Then you can scale it up, first to a traditional web series, then to a feature film, and pretty soon you've got an entire entertainment universe on your hands.
See, this model completely flips the traditional Hollywood approach upside down. Instead of making a massive, top-down bet on some unproven idea, studios can use microdramas to get bottom-up data. They can test characters and storylines with a real audience before they commit hundreds of millions of dollars. It's just a smarter, more data-driven way to make a hit.
So I'll just leave you with this. The next time you see one of those ads, remember, it's not just some silly little drama. It might actually be the testing ground for the next billion-dollar blockbuster. The future of entertainment is unfolding, 2 minutes at a time, right in the palm of your hand.